Hello listeners, I'm Mitchell Michaels and welcome to Live Letters. The show is dead, the world is dead, but the segment goes on. Today is March the 68th and this month is one end. The weather's absolutely awful, as always, so stay indoors, light a fire, and get around the radio because as every week we turn to your letters, read by me, Mitchell Michaels. Now, our letter theme I chose last week was books. What better source of entertainment, cultural enrichment, and kindling than the most ancient of sources, the humble book. This week, readers have been sending me their reviews of what they've been reading. Our first letter this week is from Lars, the town resident scientist. Good to hear from you, Lars. Lars writes, Dear Mr. Michaels, upon your show's recommendation, I've decided to set aside my lab equipment for several precious hours in which I would be working to produce a book, not containing either meteorology or nuclear science. Not wanting to venture too far out of my comfort zone, I stuck to non-fiction. I thought a modest proposal would be an enjoyable light and literal experience. I'm appalled, Mr. Michaels, that our recent ancestor would advocate child cannibalism. Children, as I'm sure you know, Mitchell, are edible, but should not be eaten. This whole experience has thoroughly disgruntled me, and I shall be put off my research for the rest of the afternoon. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your loss of gruntleness, Lars, but that is part of the joy of reading. Having your ideas challenged, or in your case, reaffirmed. I would like to reiterate to all listeners out there, like scientist Lars excitedly said, that under no circumstances should you eat your children. On to the next letter. Our next letter is from a regular writer, Abby. Hi, Abby. Abby writes, Dear Mr. Michaels, the only book I can find to read was the remains of a Shakespeare compendium, which mostly been used to thicken our blankets. And a good job I saved it so soon as I did. I had no idea that fairies could be so frightening. Are these foul creatures still around? What can we do about them? Well, Abby, if you read about it in Shakespeare, we have no reason to believe that it's anything but historically accurate. I very much doubt Mr. Shakespeare was prone to exaggeration. The truth is, we do not know what is out there in the dust cloud, so the only way to stay safe and avoid fairies is to stay indoors at all times. Only trust the packages from the postman. We cannot be sure the men in yellow aren't in league or are fairies. Today's last letter has no name but is signed from a disappointed reader. Dear Mitchell, after your glowing endorsement of reading over other entertainment methods such as flicking rocks at my brother's knuckles, I had some real excitement over the idea of picking up a book. However, the novel I chose, The Man in the High Castle, I found a deeply pointless exercise. What on earth is the point of reading about something that didn't happen? Or about a world in which things happen worse than reality? I cannot engage with such twaddle, and I will return to more stimulating pastimes. Oh dear, it seems that our writer picked up a genre that didn't agree with him, and rather than condemn his taste of choice of genre, I will stand with him. Made up things are pointless exercise, and I will not indulge in it. It will be cold, hard reality for me from here on out. Whoever picked this topic, where's the topic sheet? I want to know who chose this. Never mind, it's time to end the show. Our thoughts to end will be, Susan picks awful topics, and I'm quite sure I will free to skip anything she wrote down in the future. If you want to write a letter and hear it on the show, address it to Mitchell Michaels. The postman will know where to go. And don't forget to leave a tip. Next week's topic will be adventures. I've been Mitchell Michaels. Stay in, stay safe, and stay tuned for next time.